All right. Anyway, man in the building. This is propaganda time. Yours truly, Pearly Q. Listen. All right, let's get right to it. BLM. Where did I get that from? The controlled. All right, 9/11 controlled demolition. So you're rocking with us. You know about these tactics, these strategies that these people like to employ when it comes to politics, the political theater. All right. One of them is to push something, elevate it, push it to the forefront, get people all riled up, and then destroy it. And again, it's all it's all by design. It started with, all right, Patrisse Cullors, the founder. What is it called now? BLM Global Network, whatever, right? But her and these other two people were allegedly, they told us they founded it. Okay, it was grassroots. Air quotes for everybody listening to the podcast. Speaking of podcasts, links in the description. All right, we're on Apple, we're on iTunes, all that good stuff, Spotify, your favorite podcast platform. So yeah, links in the description. All right, pearlyq.com, links to everything. All right. So can't see me if you're listening. I got the air quotes. Grassroots, founded by Patrisse Cullors. I can't remember the two ladies' names. Anyway, about a month ago or so, they released, it was in the news, mainstream media. Patrisse Cullors apparently, not apparently, it's documented, at least according to mainstream media, spent about a little over $3.5 million or whatever on some recent real estate purchases, luxury real estate purchases, looking at, I believe, another property over in the Bahamas somewhere, like this private island where these Hollywood types have properties. I want to say like Will Smith was one of the people that has a property in this on this island, anyway, where she was going to buy something. Yeah, whatever. Again. So it started with that. So then everybody's like, and again, I don't know who everybody is, but this is what the media wants us to think. Everybody's like, where are you getting, what's going on? Where are you getting the money from? The other chapters, okay, the local chapters of BLM have been complaining and have went public, okay, with the lack of funding, trickling down to the local level. So amidst all this, she's making these lavish home purchases. They put that out there. Now she recently stepped down. I heard somebody else talking about it. Shout out to who was on this? I think it was Hassan Campbell. I was watching his podcast, and he was talking about it. And according to him, she cited, she's going to step down to pursue her production and her content deals. We did I gotta republish that video. I've taken a brief look at some of the content that she's put out so far, which is that's what she publicly said she's got the money to make these home purchases was from her content deals and her production deals. I took a look at the content. It's trash. I got to find that video. I'll repost it, and we got to put that up on the podcast as well. It's not on the podcast yet, but from what I can see, she's getting and she's getting money as a producer and as a content creator. People like Facebook are paying her a lot of money. She's getting money. People are paying her. Now here we are. This guy, Rashad Turner, has come out. The bombshell revelation. So here we go, man. Shout out to Black Conservative Perspective on YouTube. All right. Because we are going to play a portion of his video with the Rashad Turner statement. And let's take a look here.
There's a founder of Black Lives Matter in St. Paul that has come out and told his story about how he learned the ugly truth about Black Lives Matter as an insider. And his name is Mr. Rashad Turner. Now, again, he was the founder of the Black Lives Matter chapter in St. Paul, Minnesota, and he released a video along with Take Charge Minnesota, basically telling his story about the ugly truth of Black Lives Matter.
I was born in Minneapolis in 1985. We called the North Side home at that time, 18th and Queen. When I was 2 years old, my father was shot and killed. My mother wasn't able to take care of me, so I was raised by my grandparents. They told me that if I was going to change my life for the better, education was the answer. So I worked hard in school. I got into Hamline University and earned a college degree, first in my family. Then I went on to earn a master's in education from St. Mary's University of Minnesota. I am living proof that no matter your start in life, quality education is a pathway to success. I want the same success for our children in our communities. That's why in 2015, I was a founder of Black Lives Matter in St. Paul. I believe the organization stood for exactly what the name implies. Black lives do matter. However, after a year on the inside, I learned they had little concern for rebuilding black families, and they cared even less about improving the quality of education for students in Minneapolis.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there and interject. Let's interject. All right, so he's an insider. And after a year, he started to figure it out. That Black Lives Matter really ain't what he thought it was. Again, these people are suspect, or as my 8-year-old, my 7-year-old would say, sus. All right, you're sus. Rashad, what's his name? Looking like it reminds me of I just watched a movie with what's his name? Terrence Howard. So, see, again, they pick these people, again, all this ain't by accident, people. You look like Terrence Howard. Anyway, what strikes me as a little, sus is, really? You were one of the, founding members in Minnesota? Look, all I'm saying is I knew this as soon as I looked at their website. I knew exactly what they're about because they were very, to give them credit. BLM has always been up front. If you just read their website, I mean, I'm talking about like 2, 3, 4 years ago. Since then, they've went in and they've changed a lot of things. They've restructured the information. They're about information. But back, 3, 4 years ago, it was all right there. What he's talking about was all right there. With the Marxist agenda, with their family, with their family views, okay, their views on family structure, all that stuff was right there, okay. So my thing is, I don't buy the fact that why did it take you so long to figure it out? But again, everybody knew it if you just read their website. You were one of the founding members. So this guy had more insight, he had even more unfiltered information he was probably privy to. Okay, I'm going to assume. So, so that's my take on this so far. Let's keep going. What else you got, Rashad?
That was made clear when they publicly denounced charter schools alongside the teachers union. I was an insider in Black Lives Matter, and I learned the ugly truth. The moratorium on charter schools does not support rebuilding the black family, but it does create barriers to a better education for black children. I resigned from Black Lives Matter after a year and a half, but I didn't quit working to improve black lives and access to a great education. Today, I serve as the president and executive director of Minnesota Parent Union. We're dedicated to helping parents move their children from failing schools to successful schools. It's hard work, and we're up against forces that don't want us to succeed. But success is possible. Just look at me and the hundreds of children and families we've helped to pursue a great education, break the chains of poverty, and lead a life of success.
So the Minnesota Parent Union, that looks like an ad, somebody running for office, right? That looks like a political ad. This guy's probably going to run for president. He's going to run for governor. Anyway, so obviously this guy's is going to run for office. How far he gets, I would say he probably, why bother with local, as far as why bother with the local stuff? He's probably, Again, the bar has been set so low when it comes to political office now that you don't need to start at the bottom or start as a councilman. Just run for president, which is what this guy is probably going to do. The way they're putting it out there. And so here's another thing. All right. So these people, again, these political people in Minnesota, and Rashad Taylor, if I have somebody, if I was able to ask him a question, I would ask him, see, he's up here talking about schools and education, but it's been a year and a half. All right. The George Floyd Autonomous Zone is 1,000 times worse. Literally, people are dying there now. Kids are like three children got shot, over this past week. I believe 2 of them passed away. One little girl was out in the backyard jumping on the damn trampoline, and she got shot in the head. Listen, it's ridiculous out there in Minnesota. So my thing is with these politicians is look, man, you shouldn't be saying. I don't want it. Nobody wants to hear about education. Nobody. If I live there. If I live in Minnesota right now, anywhere near, I forgot it's uptown, downtown, I'm not a native, but if I'm anywhere near that George Floyd Autonomous Zone, but crime on a whole, to my understanding, has increased, okay, 10x, 100x, whatever, because they also, were doing that defund the police nonsense. And so there's less police. So crime on a whole, has gone up because of that as well. But inside that George Floyd Autonomous Zone, it's a free-for-all. To quote, again, one of our listeners, she messaged me. She's the one that sends me, Heather. She's in the Minnesota area. She sends me all this local stuff because not that many people outside of Minnesota know about what's going on there. I don't think, I know for a fact because I didn't know about it until she brought it to my attention how bad it is there. All right, especially in that autonomous zone area. All right. Basically, the gang violence it's just gang violence. Most of the businesses have shut down. I think there's a raggedy convenience store that's still open, and but it's just it's like Escape from New York up in there. Literally, it's crazy. So in the midst of all that's going on in Minnesota, my thing is, and I hope more people that live there will call these people out. Mr. Rashad Taylor, whatever your name is, Turner. Look, man, nobody should be talking about nothing else, and nobody should be doing nothing else than trying to fix, the problem that they created with that autonomous zone. The politicians, the city government, that's their fault. They co-signed all that stuff. They let that happen. Not only did they let that happen, they made it happen. Those people didn't bring in barricades and guard shacks and all that shit on their own. The city did that for them. Again, it's crazy. I knew nothing about this until somebody who lived there, started sending me information about it. It's ridiculous. All right. So Rashad Turner and all these other politicians in Minnesota, look, man, that's why I'm talking about it, because people elsewhere don't understand and don't know how bad it is there. All right. Don't let these people get away, hold these people accountable, man. That would be my thing. It's look, I don't want to, like Negro, I don't want to hear about education. I don't want to hear about nothing. When are you and your co-workers, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves, these politicians and these, government agency people and, the authorities, when are y'all going to get your shit together so that people aren't getting killed every day? Innocent people out there just get shot. They got all kinds of, again, I get sent videos that, it's like Escape from New York and the Fast and the Furious. They got, people in the streets. They're doing all this drag racing. People are getting killed and hurt. It's ridiculous. And you think, it sounds funny. It's like I'm making it up. I am not. All right. It is Escape from New York meets Fast and Furious out there right now. And there's not enough cops. That's what I mean. People are out there drag racing, acting a fool, and they're crashing into innocent people. People are getting hurt. Innocent people are getting shot. Children are getting shot. It's ridiculous. All right. That's all I got to say on that. All right. That's enough. Let me know what you guys think. All right. It's really crazy out there in Minnesota, man. And my advice to anybody that's out, like, just get out of there. I would have been got out of there. I would have been got my family packed up and we would have got the hell up out of there because it's ridiculous what they got going on over there. I mean, it's just ridiculous how they let it. Again, they let it happen, But yet they're gonna get in your, they put this crap in your face, and my bad, Rashad Turner. Maybe he's a nice guy. I don't know. But look, my opinion is if you're trying to get into politics, I'm looking at you sideways, all right? Because you know what they do. You know how that game works, all right? And I look at anybody who's actively trying to participate in that sideways, okay? If you're new to this show, stay tuned. You'll understand. But again, there's a reason why I call it propaganda time, all right? We're like Neo up in here. We can see through that. All right, we see through that nonsense that they get up and they always talking. They always talking that bullshit. But yet, talk to somebody that lives in Minnesota and that has to sleep in the bathtub because they're acting a damn fool and you might get shot minding your business in your own house. It's crazy. It's just nuts. So that's why I get a little aggravated when I see these people, especially now and especially in Minnesota. Rashad Turner, you should be talking about. You should be raising your hand, talk about, hey, man, this is crazy. Yo, we're going to fix this. I'm on it. I haven't seen anybody or heard anybody in Minnesota, these politicians, these whatever. I haven't heard a peep from these people. If I'm wrong, let me know. If you guys know of somebody that is acknowledging how bad it is and, hey, we got to fix this, let me know. But from the information that's been shared with me so far, nada. All right, so Rashad Turner, wrong. You just all wrong. Wrong message. The timing is wrong. Everything's wrong, son. Education. No, kids can't even go outside. How the hell are they going to go to school? That's ridiculous. All right, stop it. Stop. Y'all need to get your shit together. Prioritize. Priorities, son. That's what it's about. In Minnesota, like for real. Good Lord. Let me check the chat and make sure. My bad, I ain't got the chat window open. This is our first live with Propaganda Time.